Howdy folks, how are we all doing? I'm the Reverend Danny Crosby, Unitarian minister in the northwest of England. I hope you're finding the love and seeing some of the blessings in life even in these difficult times. It is hard, my friends, I know that. But let's remember we're all in this one together, all the way. I'm offering these devotions, just offering a little prayer of hope, if you like, in these dark and difficult days, playing my part in playing my role, if you like, in being a part of the solution. I've no medical skills to offer, so these devotions are a balm for the heart, the mind, the spirit, and the soul. And today's reflection I've titled Belonging. What is your song? What is your song? The song that makes you feel that you belong. So I invite us just to still ourselves together now. Let's invite a loving presence to be here amongst us and to awaken from deep, deep within us. I have lit the flame of freedom in this cup of love, acceptance, and belonging. Know that you are welcome. Know that you belong here. Know that you are welcome, warts and all, and beauty spots too. The whole of your being is welcome, as you are, exactly as you are. So come as you are, even those parts of you, yeah, even those. Come in love and be who you are. May you know love, and may this love inspire you to be all that you can be, all you were born to be. Become who you are. May this time inspire you to bring your gifts of love and service to the altar of life. May you know that you belong. May you know that you are wanted, you are needed, and most of all, you are loved. You are belong as you are. Come as you are, exactly as you are in this moment. But one thing, do not expect to leave this little time in exactly the same condition. You never know, something might just change. You never know. Amen. I'm going to begin today's devotion with a wonderful, wonderful piece by David S. Blanchard entitled Listening for Our Song. I love this piece, you know. It's one of my favourites, actually. It touches that special, special place right in the heart of my soul, the heart of my being. So David writes, on sabbatical in East Africa, I heard a story of a people who believe that we are each created with our own song. Their tradition as a community is to honour that song by singing it as a welcome when a child is born, as comfort when the child is ill, in celebration when the child marries, and in affirmation and love when death comes. Most of us are not welcomed into the world in that way, and few of us seem to know our song. It takes a while for many of us to figure out which is our song and which is the song that others would like us to sing. Some of us are slow learners. I heard my song not necessarily from doing extraordinary things in exotic places. I heard it, yeah, but also from some pretty ordinary things in some routine places. For every phrase I heard climbing Kilimanjaro, I heard another in a chair in a therapist's office. For every measure I heard in the silence of a retreat, I heard another laughing with my girls. For every note I heard in the wind on the beach at Lamu, I gleaned more from spending time with a dying friend as her children sang her song back to her. What came to astound me was not that the song appeared, but that it was always there. I figure that the only way I could have known it for my own was if I had heard it before memory went to work making sense and order of the mystery of our beginning. Our songs sing back to us something of our essence, something of our truth, something of our uniqueness. When our songs are sung back to us, it is not about approval, but about recognizing our being and our belonging in the human family. It is good to know our songs by heart for those lonely times when the world is not singing them back to us. That's usually a good time to start humming to yourself. To start humming to yourself that song that is most your own. They can be heard as songs of love or of longing, songs of encouragement or of comfort, songs of struggle or of security. But most of all, they are the songs of life, giving testimony to what has been, giving praise for all we're given, giving hope for all we strive for, giving voice to the great mystery that carries each of us in and out of this world. David captures something beautiful, don't you think? I wonder what your song might be. What's your song? Now, a favourite song to sing for many Unitarians is Spirit of Life by Caroline McDade. Perhaps the favourite line being, "Roots hold me close and wings set me free." Beautiful words that touch those special, hard-to-reach places at the core of our being. A few years ago, I remember singing these words, and it suddenly dawned on me that the roots that hold us close come before the wings that set us free. It got me thinking, really. Got me thinking, as so much in life does. My homiletic consciousness, if you like, was awakened. Got me thinking that in order to fly freely, we need roots first that will hold us close. Now, for much of my life, I thought freedom and the attainment of it were the things of the highest value in life. That liberation meant escaping the shackles that hold us back and stop us being all that we were meant to be. I sang songs about freedom as I left behind all that I saw that was unimportant, that tied me down, that held me back. But the truth is, as I look back now, what I see was that I had become a slave to freedom, if you like. The pursuit of freedom had enslaved me. It stopped me being who I really am. I wanted to flee, not be. Over the years, I've learnt about love. I've learned something about what love actually is. Now, when I speak of love, I'm not merely just talking about romance, although I've learnt much of that kind of love too. But love is in many forms, and love that I'm talking about is that unseen force that connects all life and that enables us to form deep and meaningful relationships with life, with ourselves, with each other, with all life. And if you want to know what a spiritual life's about, it's about two things: about increasing our sensitivity to life, and that's formed by developing our relationship with all that is life. And at the core of that is this love that I name God. You may use other words for it. I call it God. Keep it simple, they say. Spirit of life, some call it. Whatever we want to call it. What's in a name? What's in a name? But I name it love. And it's love that allows me to connect with all that exists now, all that has been in the time before now, and all that will be in the future. It is love that has become the roots that hold me close, and it is love that allows me to stretch out the wings that will set me free and allow me to glide in the wind. To know love, of course, is to know that you belong. And to belong might just be the ultimate freedom. I have witnessed and I have experienced so much love these last few weeks as we've had to close in and close down due to this coronavirus pandemic. People have, though, come together, if being physically apart, if you know what I mean. I have witnessed deep recognition of interconnection amongst people. Not wholly, of course, but most people have stepped up, have stepped in and helped each other. And it's moved me so much, so beautiful. In this time, I have seen and experienced a deepening of these roots that hold us close, that allow people to feel that they belong. I have listened to life too, and to that transcendent voice that lives in the spaces in between physical life. It's been a tiring time, though, and a deeply emotional time. And yet through all that sense of deep emotion and exhaustion at times, there's been a deeper sense of connection and a deeper sense of belonging. Physically, much more isolated and yet more connected, more a sense that I belong here. Something is changing as I feel these roots that hold me close entering deeper into life's crust. Life has opened me up and increased in meaning as I have felt the wings of life stretching and expanding as those roots have got deeper and stronger and more intertwined. I can rely on them more. I feel that I belong. Perhaps the greatest freedom. Perhaps this sense of belonging is what matters most in life. This feeling that you are a part of life. You can grow from there. It's the roots of belonging that give us the freedom to stretch out the wings that will set us free. And as I look back now, I have come to believe that those songs of freedom that I used to sing were not songs of freedom, they were songs of escape. Now the truth is, we all belong somewhere. No one exists completely in a vacuum. Even those of us on the run, as I once was, are on the run from something. Even the loneliest of souls belong to something. And what do we belong to? Well, it may be our families of birth, or our work, or community commitments, or friendship circles, or social or political networks. Even if you reject all of this, you still belong to the community of rejection. We belong to cultures and nations and perhaps social classes, social networks. We belong to something more than these things. We belong to whatever it is that we think holds and guides us in life. I call that God. Others may give it different names. We belong to what we experience at the core of life and what that compels us to believe. And we all have our own conclusions there. Now, one of the things that makes me smile so much these days is that even when I believed in nothing, I still belonged, at least to some degree, even though I didn't really want to. I belonged to nihilism in those days. Not great company, nihilists. But I joke. A sense of belonging is a deeply precious thing. It is belonging that helps us become who we are meant to be. It is a sense of being rooted and being held and loved by these roots that allow us to spread our wings and fly free. It is a sense of being rooted that enables us not to fear the wind, but to embrace it and let ourselves go and fly in the wind. When you feel that you do not belong, you cannot thrive. You shrivel up. You cannot fly free. You can blow away in the wind, but that's not freedom. The wind controls you then. That's not freedom. And of course, we do not need to belong in life in the same way. Our roots need not, in fact should not, be identical in order to belong. Each root has to find its own way into the soil. To truly belong is to be welcomed exactly as you are, warts and all, and beauty spots too. Each person finds a sense of belonging, and how they do that may well be different. People belong in different ways. Some people find their sense of belonging through action, through activity. They belong through experiences and challenges. They are the kind of people who live for today. They are impulsive, spontaneous. Such people do not like to feel that they are constrained by their roots and focus more on the wings that can set them free. They need to experience their place of belonging as a playground. That said, they still need their roots that can hold them close, even if that root is only within their own hearts and souls. Even if they don't really see it, they still need it. Some people find their belonging through improvement, whether it's of themselves or the communities in which they belong. Such people really find their belonging in the future, in what might or what should be, and what can be built. They belong somewhere there, what might yet be. And some people find belonging through finding a sense of meaning. They exist through a sense of openness to possibilities and potentials. I think I belong this way, actually. To some degree, people like myself and people like that, to some degree, they belong in the future, in what might be and what is yet to come. But they also belong now. And some people just need to belong, to be accepted by other people. Maybe belong is not the right word there. These people often live through the past. They are motivated by the fear of being rejected or being left out in life. They find their meaning through other people. This ought not to be seen negatively entirely though, because once such a person feels that sense of belonging, it is they who do most of the community building, and it is they who enable others to fly free. These people are important, actually. They are often the foundation on which everything else thrives. They are the builders of the nests. Without such people, none of us could belong, actually. They're the solid foundation. The bass player in a rock band, if you like. I'm sure there are other ways in which we find a sense of belonging, and most of us are probably a mixture of many of these types. Everyone is a complex mixture of needs and wants in life. But there's one thing that holds us together, that allows us to thrive, and that's a sense of belonging. To belong, you need to be yourself. Although paradoxically, in order to be yourself, you must first of all feel that you belong. Bit of a chicken and egg question, isn't it? Earlier we heard that lovely wisdom from David Blanchard. He speaks of that which each of us have our own song, and that we find this song in all aspects of our lives, whether in the seemingly sublime or the mundane. He says that our songs sing back to us something of our essence, something of our truth, something of our uniqueness. When our songs are sung back to us, it's not about approval, but about recognizing our being and our belonging in the human family. And he continues, they can be heard as songs of love or of longing, songs of encouragement or of comfort, songs of struggle or of security. But most of all, they are the songs of life, giving testimony to what has been, giving praise for all we're given, giving hope for all we strive for, giving voice for the great mystery that carries each of us in and out of this world. He says that it's good to know our own song and to learn them by heart. This is because there will be days when we do not feel like we belong, and we will not perhaps hear life singing our songs back to us. So sometimes we will have to hum our own songs until we find our own way back home to that place where we belong. Sometimes life doesn't want to hear or play our song. But what I want to know is, What are your songs? What are your songs? What is it that you sing that makes you feel that you belong? Something to think about, maybe. Something to sing about, maybe. Maybe we could try and sing them. Maybe we could sing them together, okay? Not physically right now, but technology can help us connect our roots and hearts. We need to know one another's songs, as sometimes we need others to remind us what our songs are. We all forget our own songs from time to time. We need to hear our songs from the lips of others from time to remind us what our songs are. And we need to hear every song, not just one or two songs. Each voice has something to offer. Each reveals something of the truth. Sometimes certain voices dominate, and to allow them to dominate is not right. It's a mistake. If we don't listen to every voice, we will never hear the whole song. Or not the depth of quality, at least. And what is my song? My song is a song that allows those who wish to feel that they belong. My dream is to create communities where the spiritual traveller can rest a while and find sustenance for their journey. My hope is to offer space where you feel that you can belong, where you can sing your song. And you, by singing your song, you encourage others to sing along. Come sing a song with me. My dream is to sing this song where all will feel that they belong, with roots that will hold us close so that we can begin to spread our wings and begin to fly free. But what's your song? I just made that up, by the way. What's your song that makes you feel that you belong and invites the other to come and sing their song? Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love, a rose in the winter time. Come sing a song with me. I'm going to end with some final words of blessing. You know, we don't bless enough. We need to bless more. We ought to bless more. Everyone can bless with their loving presence. Why not try offering blessings throughout each and every day? So let's still ourselves one final time while I offer some final words of blessing. Go now in peace, filled with the love you have known in our time together, physically separated, but connected in heart, mind, spirit and soul, overflowing with love. Love for ourselves, it's allowed. Love for one another, love for life and love for God. May you sing the song that tells the world that you belong. May you listen to the songs that others sing and sing together in harmony and unison. Sing the song of the heart, the one that says that you belong. That you belong. And may the blessings of God go with us all, in all that we feel, in all that we think, in all that we say, in all that we do.